Welcome back to Kevin OS YouTube University. We're in semester 1, Learning to See. Last time we explored why good ideas often stay silent. Today I'd like to show you something your mind has been doing your entire life without you realizing it. Have you ever sent someone a text and hours went by without a reply? It's amazing what can happen during those few hours. Nothing may have changed except the story your mind began telling. Maybe they're upset with me. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe they're ignoring me. Maybe they don't care anymore. The only thing that actually happened was that no one replied. Everything else was a story. And once you notice this, you begin seeing it everywhere. I've become fascinated by something our minds don't seem to enjoy: unfinished stories. When information is missing, our minds naturally begin filling in the blanks. Someone walks past us without saying hello. A meeting invitation appears without an explanation. A friend suddenly becomes quiet. None of those moments arrive with complete information. So our minds quietly begin writing the missing chapters. Not because something is wrong with us, because our minds are trying to make sense of the world. Your mind is incredibly intelligent. Its job is to help you understand what's happening all around you. When information is complete, it doesn't like leaving empty spaces, so it creates a story. Sometimes their stories turn out to be accurate. The problem isn't that our minds create stories. The problem is how quickly we mistake the story for certainty. Think about those moments. Text unanswered. Your mind says, they're upset. A meeting gets canceled. Your mind says, I must have done something wrong. Someone sends a short email. Your mind says, they're angry. Notice what happened. Notice the story. They're not always the same thing. This realization changed the way I lead. Years ago, if someone became unusually quiet around me, even my mind wanted an answer immediately, so it created one. Later, I discovered they were dealing with something that had little to do with me. The conversation began to change then, not because the other person changed, because my certainty, it changed. Information is missing. Meaning appears. Emotions respond. Behavior follows. The story feels true. The story feels true long before we know whether it is true. I'd like you to think about one conversation you've had recently. Not the biggest one, just one. Was there a moment when you realized later that the story you told yourself wasn't the whole story? What changed? Once you had more information? What story am I telling? Today, I don't want you to stop creating stories. That's part of being human. Instead, I'd like you to carry one question with you. Whenever you notice yourself becoming certain, quietly ask, what story am I telling? Don't argue with it. Don't replace it. Just notice it. Awareness creates room for another possibility. Next time, we're going one layer a little bit deeper, because stories rarely exist on their own. Beneath many stories is a rule we learned long ago, a rule that once made perfect sense. We're going to explore that together. If today's lesson helped you notice something you hadn't seen before, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. So finish this sentence. One story that I catch myself telling is, you fill in the blank. Not because anyone here needs to judge it, but because awareness is where growth begins. And before you go, I'd like you to leave with one question. What do you see differently now? Thanks for spending these few minutes with me. I'll see you in lesson 3.